isn't. Bob Jordan is a reporter with the Asbury Park Press. Welcome back to the show, Bob.
Hi, Luke.
So good news, bad news, right? I mean, this is a pretty sizable chunk of money coming to the state.
$1.46 billion. The state has an action plan, or an amendment to their existing action plan, about how that money will be used. There'll be 3 public hearings, chances for comment. Written comments can be made. The first hearing is Tuesday at Stockton College.
Now, you have been keeping as close an eye on this as anybody, and there's been some serious concern about how this money is hitting the streets. Fair Share Housing said a ton of people who got denied should have been allowed in. What is the latest in this never-ending saga as far as getting money to people who need it?
Fair Share Housing looked at records, determined that of people rejected, 80% really were eligible.
80%?
Troubling number. The state says that's not the whole picture, that's not the full context. The state said that part of the problem was that FEMA supplied what the state called incorrect data. But FEMA came back on Thursday and sent out an advisory that said, you shouldn't be using our data. Our data is not to make people whole. Our data is to get people back in their houses, turn the lights on, but not to elevate and restore a house.
It doesn't get them to the final finish line of where we want our residents to be able to get to. So that I'm sure is maddening for a lot of people who have heard this. Now, what I'm wondering is, what are they doing to right the ship here? We know that they terminated a contract with HGI, I believe it is. So why should folks feel confident the state is getting its act together here in this regard? What are you hearing from people as you talk to people in the street and as you talk to the state about this whole thing?
There's still a lot of questions because the HGI termination wasn't fully explained. They were fired in December. They were paid a total of $30 million for 7 months of work, plus $7 million to walk away. And
that's a good deal if you can get it.
It is, it is. We still haven't had a look at the termination papers or what went wrong. Obviously there's problems. Who knows how much it was HGI's fault. The state says it's not hiring a new contractor to replace HGI, but is using 3 existing contractors and existing DCA personnel to run the program. I don't know if less will be more. We'll have to see.
I wonder, we know that the U.S. Attorney is investigating the Hoboken situation there. Governor kind of, I don't want to say downplayed it a little bit on the radio show, but he certainly didn't seem to be terribly concerned about it. He said, yeah, it's fine, you know, they're looking into it, so be it. I'm wondering, how serious of a step do you think this is? The U.S. Attorney's Office isn't known for playing around with this type of thing.
No, and you know, they do have subpoenas out. The state lawmakers who are investigating have 20 subpoenas out. 4 of the subpoena subjects actually met the deadline of Monday. Others are supplying documents on a rolling basis, and I believe 2 are not willing to cooperate. They're going to fight it. Governor Christie had hasn't had any media sessions open to questions. I will be in Chicago. He's speaking to a group in Chicago on Tuesday. It's an open press session. We're not sure exactly how that's going to play out. Maybe he'll open up a little bit more. Maybe we'll have a better comfort level away from home. We'll have to see on Tuesday.
U.S. Attorney's Office, you would submit then, seems to bring this up a notch.
It does. That's serious business.
All right, Bob Jordan, keep an eye on it for us. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you.
Thanks, Luke.
All right, folks, stay with us. A lot coming up today. We've got the fight.